What's up, beautiful bosses, and welcome back. My name is Rosie, and I'm your calligraphy biz bestie. I'm here to teach you all the things you need to know to create a wonderfully profitable calligraphy business. Today, I'm actually here to answer one of the most commonly asked questions, and that is, how will I know I'm ready to perform a brand new skill at a live event or brand activation? And the reason why I'm getting this question so much is because there's so many different courses coming out these days that have different skills within the calligraphy community. That could include hand engraving, Spencerian, brush painting, bottle painting, and so much more. And at the end of the day, there's so many different things that you can do with your calligraphy business. And some of the skills that my students are actually implementing right now could include bottle painting, hand engraving, wood burning, foiling, watercolor illustration, fashion illustration. So there's so many different things that you can do to create a unique experience for a brand activation. At the end of the day, if you have a unique art skill set that gets people engaged and excited about what you're doing, and it can actually improve client experiences, you actually have a brand activation idea on your hands. If you need help with packaging your business and making sure that you have an offer that is just incredible, book a call with me. This is what I do every single day with the Craft Academy. We really give you all the templates and structure that you need in order to create a business that is efficient and profitable. So in order to do that, all you have to do is book a call with me, and I'll link that down below. So if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel and turn on the ring-a-ding button thing so that you get notifications every time we post a brand new video. So the big question is, how do you really know if you're ready to perform or sell this brand new skill if you just finished the course and you're barely starting to get comfortable with this brand new medium? And there's a few things that could potentially be holding you back from, advertising yourself as a bottle painter, as a calligrapher. And at the end of the day, that could be, lack of experience, just being really shy or really introverted. Or, most of all, the biggest culprit is imposter syndrome. And today's video is actually going to give you 6 tactical items that you can do to help you perform your brand new skill with confidence in front of real life people. The first thing you want to do is practice, practice, practice. And the reason why I say this is because you really have to get to know your particular supplies, materials, and your workflow. If you can get a handle on all 3 of those things, you are going to be so comfortable performing in front of other people. You really have to make sure that you know your tools and materials inside and out so that you know exactly what brush to use to create what specific stroke, and what to use for a specific leaf that you want to create. Once you get really comfortable with that, you want to begin to understand your workflow and how you can actually make your kit more efficient. Once you can learn the basic strokes and get familiar with the techniques that they teach, for example, if you're bottle painting, you want to make sure that you get really comfortable with your brush pens. You want to make sure that you get really comfortable with your paint brushes and your paints. Be able to know what colors mix well with what, how long it actually takes to paint the bottle, and how long it takes for the paint to dry. This is going to help you be really comfortable when you're in front of other people, and you can answer questions inside and out. If people have questions about your particular method or how long it's going to take, you can say with confidence, come back in about 10 to 15 minutes, and you'll have your bottle ready for pickup. The second thing you want to do is to make sure that you develop your own unique style. I always like to say that my clients specifically hire me because of my unique look, fashion, and whimsical calligraphy style. Once you can, really get familiar with the basic strokes that you're learning, whatever skill it might be, and get familiar with all the techniques, this is the time to start incorporating your own unique style. So if for example, if we're learning how to bottle paint, you can teach yourself a brand new flower that you really like that's not on the curriculum to see if you can paint on the fly when someone asks you for a very specific flower. Other than that, you can paint like a pumpkin or a Christmas tree or feathers or anything that really speaks to your own unique style and your brand. You want to be able to incorporate that into your bottles so that people get super excited about having you at the event itself, not just a random bottle painter, but you as the artist. The third thing you want to do is to get super comfortable with building content while you're creating. And you actually want to really get into the habit of just recording yourself all the time, whether it's with a tripod or like a pop socket or a gooseneck. Like, I can link a lot of these supplies in the description so that you have access to that. Get super comfortable with recording yourself all the time, even if you think it's ugly. And, the worst thing that can happen is that you capture some footage of how awful your beginning calligraphy or beginning bottle painting was, so that you can actually watch your progress as you get better. In addition to that, you'll start to get so much content that you can post all the time without having to reshoot new content every single time. Lastly, this also gives you content that you can pass off or post on your website or send to your clients that you're pitching to, so that they can actually see the content and the process that you're actually creating that artwork, so that they can also envision you in that store. So the more content you have, the better off you're going to be. And trust me when I say, just get into the habit of that, and it will do wonders for your portfolio and for your confidence as well. So number 4, you are going to ask for help. This is actually one of the things that people underestimate a lot. And, with calligraphy, it's so easy for you to be holed up in your room by yourself, just working on a single project, maybe listening to a podcast or something like that. But it actually is so much more helpful if you can ask your community for help or ask your mentor for help. They'll give you feedback right then and there, so you can actually improve your skill and become more efficient at what you're doing. It's also helpful to have people to bounce ideas off of, so that you're not alone all the time, and you're actually improving your skills and getting ideas from other people on how to improve specific ideas or your specific art. Number 5 is to actually start performing in front of other people. And that could be your friends or your family, and really just doing a dry run with people so that it actually can get rid of the jitters that you might have and build the confidence that you need. The more often that you can do this and perform in front of other people, the more likely you're going to get feedback from them, so that you can know how they felt while watching you, to know that if your process is taking too long, or if you're like boring, or are not able to have if you're not able to carry on a conversation with that person. And you can actually work that into your workflow and be able to change your kit according to how they like. Your friends and family are typically a lot kinder and more forgiving than the associates or the customers that might come by. And this is going to give you, again, more confidence and more portfolio. They can also take pictures of you so that you have photographs of you performing at a live event. All right, and the 6th and final suggestion that I have for you is to fake it till you make it. I have a lot of students who actually hold themselves back from pitching and posting on their website because they don't have enough of a portfolio yet. And so they're waiting for things to be absolutely perfect for them to pitch. And honestly, my suggestion is to advertise, pitch, and perform before you're even ready. And the main reason is that Google takes at least 3 months for them to actually rank and crawl your website and have you ranked amongst, the competition in your area. And in addition to that, pitching also takes a long time as well. When you pitch something, you're probably never going to hear back right away, unless it's like probably holiday season and they have a huge need for it. But more than likely, they already have people that they've been using, and they needed your contact information months ago. And so you want to make sure that you are in a place where things are immediately ready to be found. Your contact information is out there and you're ready to go at a moment's notice. You want to be able to get yourself to that point. So what's the best way for you to get to that point? And my recommendation is to build that portfolio. And we talked about getting content and recording yourself all the time. When I first started out and had not worked for any live events yet, but I knew I wanted to do live events, I actually faked a photo shoot in my sister's backyard. I set up a table in the back. I put a white tablecloth over it. I purchased a 6-pack of Barefoot Rosé and wrote on it with my Sharpie gold pen. And I had my boyfriend take photos of me. And he was able to edit it to a point where it looked like it was a professional photo shoot. And from then on, I actually used that as my headshot at the events until I started getting hired for actual live events and for clients. And to be honest, everyone thought it was real. No one even knew the wiser. And I'll even drop that photo, but it literally looks like it was at a live event, and people wouldn't have known that it was a fake event if I didn't say anything. So that just goes to show that you can fake it till you make it, and then you figure it out along the way. So in summary, these are 6 very deliberate steps that you can take to make sure that you are ready to advertise a brand new skill and service for clients that you haven't met yet. And, let's just pretend, fast forward, maybe 6 months from now, you did all this, now you have a live event and you're freaking out and feeling unprepared because you haven't gotten to the point where you feel comfortable yet. And that's okay, because to be honest, you will never really be 100% prepared. Even right now, 3 years into the engraving services and doing these live events, I still feel like I'm just a little bit unprepared all the time. And to be honest, I use that as my superpower because I go back into my kit probably 10 times before I leave for an event just to make sure that I have everything that I need. And even along the way, I'm like doing mental head checks to make sure that I packed everything that I needed. And so, that imposter syndrome, that awkwardness, the feeling of being unprepared, that's actually a good thing. And to be honest, once you start booking that client, nothing is going to light a fire under your butt faster than actually having a paid client who wants to hire you for your brand new unique skill that you've advertised because you're amazing at it. And quite possibly there's no one else in the area doing it as well. So if this was helpful for you, please leave in the comments which one was the best tip for you and what you're going to be able to apply sooner rather than later. So I hope this video was super helpful for you and incredibly motivating for you to get yourself out there and to start pitching before you're even ready. As long as you get started, you are going to be successful. And, if you need help with packaging your business and making sure that you have an offer that is just incredible, book a call with me. This is what I do every single day with the Craft Academy. We really give you all the templates and structure that you need in order to create a business that is efficient and profitable. So in order to do that, all you have to do is book a call with me, and I'll link that down below. If you have any other questions, please make sure you drop it into the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time. Happy engraving, everyone.